Good afternoon, I'm Jim Cooper, Editor-in-Chief at Digiday, and we're at the Digiday Video Studio at the Blockboard Villa at Cannes Lions 2024 on day 3. We're here with Mark Kirkham, who is the CMO of PepsiCo International Beverages. Mark, thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
So what have been some of the more important conversations you've had during Cannes Lions this year?
Look, I think a couple of big ones. One, I think first is just the intersection of purpose and technology and brand building. I mean, I think every year there's a hot topic, whether it was NFTs one year, AI. But what I'm seeing today is there's a lot more intersection, and it's actually giving great opportunities for brands like ours to tell different stories. You know, whether it's about the work we're doing to drive inclusivity around football and sports, whether it's about the great work we're doing in terms of technology, you know, including AI, but even broader. Some great stuff we're doing with Gatorade, for example, down at Sports Beach with an AI coach doing our GSSI work. All those kind of intersections are really kind of changing the conversation in a really positive way, I think.
I mean, I think sports has shown up here bigger than it's ever been. And obviously PepsiCo is a huge sports supporter. What are those sports-related conversations been like?
It's been great. I think, for example, if you look at what we do with Champions League and UEFA, you know, it's a partnership we've had for over 9 years. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, sports platforms in the world. But it's not just about sponsorship. You know, we've turned it into it's a portfolio play for us across foods and beverages. But it allows us to do really purposeful work and also really high impactful brand work. You know, we have the kickoff show we just had with Lenny Kravitz at Wembley. We have Rockstar, our energy drink. We did a sustainability energy capture at one of the concerts there. We have the Gatorade 5v5, which is a grassroots tournament where we had over 150,000 kids over the last 7 years who participate in local tournaments and then get a chance to potentially go to the UCL final. And then also sustainability. I mean, it's been a great partnership for us to work on Lay's and with their foundation to create pitches around the world. But also we've done it with Gatorade in terms of our 5v5 initiatives. We have no plastic there, and also recycling. So with Pepsi, we used our pet products, we use returnable cups, and we did a lot of activation. So we've actually integrated across everything we do, and it allows us to reinforce it as part of our partnership. And it's really a horizontal than rather a vertical that I think is one of the big changes for us.
So Cannes Lions has, you know, obviously traditionally been a festival of creativity, but there's a ton of technology here. How do you see technology and creativity blending to help your storytelling move forward?
It has to be a way to amplify, not to replace. You know, I think technology is, you know, it's throughout history, right? I mean, if you think about how we've evolved in terms of media platforms, how we evolved in creative concepting. But what we've been able to do is actually use technology as a multiplier, just like creativity is a multiplier for growth. So for example, we just launched a program as part of our Fuel Tomorrow initiative called Confidence Coaches. And we wanted to tell a story of this amazing footballer, Rachel Yankee, who played for England and Arsenal. But when she was 9 years old, she had to cut her hair and pretend she was a boy. That wasn't that long ago. So we actually recreated her as her 9-year-old self using AI and allowed her to talk to her 9-year-old self and give her the confidence that she now gives to young girls around the UK and other ways. So technology allowed us to take a creative idea to a whole new level. And as I mentioned earlier, we have this AI coach that we built down at Sports Beach, which we took thousands of studies that we've done with the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, and we've used AI to actually bring it to life. So you can go ask a question about, hey, I'm going to go do a 5K. What hydration needs do I have? You know, I just ran. How much Gatorade do I need? What are the importance of electrolytes? So we're allowing education and technology to actually take creativity to the next level.
Are you at all concerned as a brand marketer, brand storyteller, that the rush to speed and scale with AI will get in the way of your emotional connection with your most loyal customers?
I think, look, everyone has to use AI in the right way. And I do think we have a responsibility to, it doesn't replace creativity. And I think there's this mindset that technology takes away the human touch, the emotional touch. So we have to be smart about it. But if you treat it as an enabler, just like the internet when it first came out, or mobile devices as they first came out, it can make our work even stronger. And you still have to, power creativity comes from here, and it comes from here, and it doesn't come from here, right? So you have to find a way to continue to leverage it. But you also got to be careful. I mean, especially on the right side, I think you have to be careful about, you know, the work and where we're getting images. And I think generative AI is the one area I think we all have to be a little bit careful about. But AI can be a real enabler of creativity, but it can't replace the human touch.
Right. At this festival, I think we've been picking up a lot of chatter from marketers like yourself, but ad executives regarding how their budgets are being spent and how they're, how to actually trust their partners to make sure that what you buy is what you get. Are you having conversations about that sort of next level of verification just to secure?
Look, I think brand safety is important for every platform, for every marketer, and it has to be a constant conversation. I think we've seen spikes, we've seen challenges throughout the past few years, but I think every marketer just needs to be a constant conversation, both with media providers, with agencies, and with your teams, because this is something that it's always existed, but technology in many ways has made it a little bit harder.
Yep.
So I think we just need to be it needs to be a constant conversation. We need to hold each other accountable, and I think it's part of every day. It's part of everything we have to do, I think, moving forward.
Got it. You must partner with a lot of people. How's your definition of partnership evolved over the past couple of years?
It's a great question. I think it is partnership. I think too often many relationships become transactional, and all of us have to hold each other accountable on both sides. Whether it's with an agency, whether it's the NFL, UEFA. If all we're doing is spending money to deliver on outputs and not having inputs and outputs to create that strong relationship, then I think we're missing an opportunity. So I think relationships have gotten stronger. I think all of us living through the past few years and having to be very remote and then coming together, and that's what this whole industry and this event is all about, allows us to deepen those relationships. So I think partnerships are getting stronger. I think the dynamics of different partnerships, both in the agency world and the creative world, have become more interesting, right? Because now there's so many different players. People who were not agencies are agencies, individuals who are influencers are agencies, celebrities are agencies. But that creates a great opportunity for brands because we can work with different people and bring everyone together in a cohesive system.
I mean, I guess this is the first year that the festival has a creator marketing track, and so how do you see the creator marketing economy evolving for Pepsi?
I think for us, I think for every brand out there, it's a really important part of our storytelling. We're actually, it's going to be announced tomorrow, but we've actually created what we call the Pepsi Smart Can, which is actually a device that we are going to send out to 1,000 creators around the world that we can actually have a one-on-one relationship with them. It actually pushes content to them. It allows us to actually send customized messages, and ideally for them to create content for us. We'll share more with that with you guys, but it's a very special way to go direct to these creators and actually pull back from them. And I think we also need to ensure that it's part of our marketing mix and ensuring that it's across multiple channels. I think it's not just a mobile social thing. The creator economy is about storytelling, and it's about individuals telling their stories, but it's about brands working with them to actually take their stories into new places. I think it's also a way to connect with younger consumers, new consumers, and consumers within different cohorts that, frankly, traditional media may have not reached in the same way. So it's a huge opportunity, but I think building those one-on-one relationships and not just treating them as human media, I think is really important.
Right. All right. Last question, Mark. What do you hope to take back from Cannes this year to your people? And is there a message you're going to bring home, to sort of help drive your marketing forward?
I really think that what I said at the beginning is this fusion of purpose, technology, brand building, creativity, new measurement. It's all coming together in a way that I don't think we've seen over the past few years. So it's really the ecosystem of creativity. It's not just one solution or one model. I think that's really evolving, and that allows us to do different things. And for us, whether it's what we've done with Gatorade in terms of 5v5, what we've done with Pepsi in terms of the relationships with talent, what we're doing for recycling, it's now all coming together in a 360 way, and we just have to keep pushing ourselves.
Great. All right, Mark Kirkham is CMO PepsiCo International Beverages. Mark, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.